So we saw a story that was pretty interesting, and I like Nima to establish the story because it's the kind of thing Nima likes to talk about, you know.
The man is abroad, in Europe, and in such countries, they get child benefits and all of that.
Yeah.
So he relocated and did everything possible to take his family with him. So the woman got there, applied for the children's benefit, and then she applied to her own account. She got the money herself. The man asked why, but, you know, she just sort of explained it that, you know, just their money is still for both of us. And so he allowed it while he continues to get to provide for the family, work hard and everything. She saves this money to a point and thought, no, I have so much money now. She buys the property in Nigeria, builds it, and when they had issues in the marriage and got divorced or separated, she went straight for him. That what do you have to show? You know, for all these years of work. What do you have to show for it? Look at you, ordinary house you don't have. You know, so this brings to issue. The person posting the tweet now brought out issues that, you know, we have so many issues. Are we going to talk about joint on separate accounts? Are we going to talk about the goal of the union? Is it the goal of that union? With access to each other's accounts, or what the use of the benefits was for? And this brings to mind a lot of the situation of most parents in Africa here. We don't get children benefits. But you see, one daddy who is a provider, who knows how to wake up 5 a.m. every day, comes home very late at night, and mommy is the one giving the kids money. So the children think mommy gives us everything. When one talks to daddy, maybe because of daddy's schedule is so tight, he can't even see his children. A woman will not put that picture that, you know, it's because of daddy that we can even, you know, we're thriving. We won't give the children that picture. And then suddenly a separation happens. She's busy maybe because of some bitterness that they have, forgetting the role of that provider who backs and shoulders every other thing in the house. Gives the children the impression that, you see your father, I don't want to allow the children to grow with that impression. I have seen it. Yeah. So I could relate with this story well. This happened abroad, but this is the situation of most parents here.
So I wouldn't say most, because a lot of, this is why I wouldn't say most, because a lot of mothers are the one really footing the bills in their homes today. Many of them are, in reality. The narrative of daddy wakes up at 5 a.m. in the morning, comes out at night, that was back then. The brothers now wake up when they choose to, they go to their work, and they have flexible, some of them have flexible times, some of them do it 9 to 5, others, you know, so it's not like back then. But the crux of this, and let me come to you as a family life coach, because these are some of the issues we deal with. As a woman, how much of the sources of our resources do we disclose to our children? I mean, is it important for us to have, because sometimes a woman always feels like, listen, I'm sacrificing, I'm doing a lot. And yes, you're doing some, but how do I ensure, I mean, do I have to tell my children how much the father is putting in? Or it doesn't really matter as long as they're being provided for?
I think that communication is very important in marriage, and the man and the woman should be able to decide what they want to present to their children. So when mommy is even giving the money, it is, hi, and your dad, this is what we are providing. You don't have to tell them this is the percentage, but it should not look like mommy is the one doing it.
Everything.
You understand? It should be that the both of us are doing it. Sometimes you don't even have to say who is doing it. Oh, so we have decided this is the money for your school fees, this is this, this is that.
And be very careful, because in this story, we don't know, the woman didn't tell us clearly if the man was, because we don't know, this is from the man's perspective, and I don't want to fall into that trap.
This was from an observer.
An observer.
This was an observer's perspective.
So the situation is, who says this man works, you know, to take care of the family, but there's this benefit that comes to the wife alone. Yeah. And, you know, during the course of the marriage, she's able to put that money aside, and she's used it to build a house. And now that has now become her property. And for me, I feel, you know, because you said we need to talk about it from the male perspective, I would say that, first of all, when something like this happens, is unfair. It's not right, because this is supposed to be teamwork. That's what marriage is about. Yes. This is supposed to be a union. You're supposed to do it with the end goal that we're doing it for each other and for our family. Yeah. So that she puts money aside to use for something else, and that she uses to mock him. That is wrong.
The husband aware that money is coming here.
Yeah,
he's aware.
He's aware.
So when she filed for the benefit, he knew.
Yes.
And he thought, no need to fight over it. We're married.
Yeah.
he didn't see the future that, you know, it will become something that he will be mocked about. So she put this money aside. And it's the joint benefits of both of them as joint parents of these children at the time she filed. But she thought of
but she used the money
wisely, thought it should come to her separately.
And I think that the fact that she even went ahead to build a house with the money means that the husband is not aware. So it feels like she also has this, you know,
so that's why I was saying that
approach.
for that, it's wrong.